Hey, look, we're live here 2025 in the Battle of the Boroughs, and I'm here with
Ray's Barbershop.
Ray, man. How long you been doing this, Ray?
31 years.
I think I seen you on a podcast with United Barber Club.
Of course. These guys are amazing. They're my friends. I love more than that, brothers.
Us being here in a room full of barbers, as a barber, what separates you from every other barber?
I'm unique. I'm me. I'm the only one of me in the whole existence.
I love that answer. That's probably the best answer we got so far. For the people that's watching that think barber expos are a waste of time, they're a waste of money, what is your advice to them?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Jay Majors because through him and the Connecticut Barber Expo, I've met so many people. And I believe that you're throwing your own thing, which is Rhode Island. We're here in Brooklyn, also the lineup. The pioneer, which is Jay Majors, he has created a system that allows barbers and stylists to kind of network and get together and learn from one another. And I say thanks to him because I met amazing people from anywhere from level 3, Jay Nuri, which I met him through there, Luigi, but we can go even deeper into the education department, which actually I'm a sensory safe certified, not only a provider, but I also became an educator, thanks to Kate Owens-Hines, CEO and founder of the Sensory Safe Solution. I met also other people which are also great in the industry, nameless people, like I mentioned elite barbers, brand new barbers, enterprises, and that's what venues like this promotes. It's not only about competing, it's not only about education, it's not only about booths and products, it's about coming together. And as I always say, one industry, one love.
Man, once again, shout out to Jay Majors, because I give him his credit and his flowers every time I do a podcast, every time I do an interview, because that was the moment in my life that changed also. Just because I walked in that room and I was like, you noticed who's the who's who, we're all somebody. But there was people that was walking around and people was like, yo, who's that? And I had my young staff at the time like, oh, that's Poppy Blunt, or this is this, or that's Jay. And I was lost. And anytime I feel uncomfortable, I want to get comfortable. So I started shaking hands. One of the biggest things the network showed me to do, shake everyone's hand. And that right there catapulted me to the next level. And I'm in rooms, I'm going to Vegas, I'm going to Arizona, I'm going to Bali, Indonesia, cutting hair with Rewinded 10, big shout out to them. So it just doesn't stop. I had a bunch of questions for you, but when you start talking, I remember the podcast you was on with United Barbers. I stood on it for an hour and change because you talked, but not just talked to have your answer. It was with a reason why. So it was the question, but you gave the right reason and why you felt that way. And just a simple question I asked you, you broke it down with layers.
Right.
And I love that, man.
Yeah, and with that being said, remember that as professionals, we have to lead our lives with purpose. When I was just a barber, I realized that my interest was to get that haircut in, get that money in. And then I met a guy that told me, you know, I gotta be honest with you, I was suicidal. And every time that I contemplate in taking my life, I thought of you. And then I wanted to come and just find a reason not to take my life. And then I said, but what about if I'm not around? What about if that person tried to reach out to me and they can't get in touch with me? So then I came up with this. So this is for you. And this right here is for all the efforts that you do. For me, you're a winner already. You don't have to create an expo. You don't have to compete. What you're doing so far is by far greater. Keep giving your 100%, but if you're giving up, if you think that you have lost purpose, take a look at that bill and say to yourself, if I give my 100% one more time, I will reach my goal.
Wow. It's going to be tough interviewing someone like this because you just want to keep talking and keep talking. Just a quick backdrop on what I've got going on. The Rhode Island Barber Expo, the first one ever in the state. The reason why I did it was I was traveling, going to all of the ones, and I was like, well, we can do one. And I thought it was easy. I went to go rent a venue. I wanted it to be nice. I didn't want to, and I realized there's a big price associated. And then once we got that part done, it was like, okay, everyone you assume would be on board, we realized this is a business. So it was so much trial and error. And this is our first one, and I'm proud to say we got JRL as a sponsor, Navigate Credit Union,
amazing.
And a ton more.
They're amazing people. JRL, Kudos to you guys.
Very, very respectful, very humble. Who else? We got Prince the Fit Barber as a host, Jack of all fades. The list,
my brothers.
yeah, the list is crazy.
Just mentioning people that I love and I admire and support, and that we have a relationship. And I hope that from this moment on, you also develop that type of relationship where you can DM me on the regular. To me, it'll be a pleasure to put your information in my pages, so that way I can continue to promote this one industry, one love. We have to come up a lot more closer and work hand in hand, because all we want to do is elevate and provide and pave the way to those that are coming behind us.
And that's the future. And that's exactly why it wasn't just about the products. It wasn't just about renting the boots. I wanted the local resources in. I wanted to have a financial advisor from one of the banks come. I wanted to have the local resources there, and we're accomplishing that. So one more time for the people that are watching, what's your name and where can they find you?
Well, my name is Vincent Barillo. Everybody know me as Ray. So it's Ray, RAY.S Barbershop. That is an Instagram. I'm an Instagrammer. I have devoted my extra time to it. I have grown, and anybody that needs support, that would like to join the community, I'm building a community called One Industry, One Love. And kudos to everyone that is involved in my life, including yourself, because all we want is that a better tomorrow for everyone.
I drove 4 hours, best interview. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. My boy. Appreciate it. That was dope, man.